In today's video, we're going to look at how to derive the quadratic formula from the standard quadratic equation. The standard quadratic equation usually is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. To work this out, we're going to use the completing square method in order to make x the subject of this formula. We will start by taking c, the constant, to the right hand side. So we're going to have ax squared plus bx will be equal to negative c. The next thing is we're going to divide each of these terms by a. And so ax squared is being divided by a, bx is also being divided by a, and minus c is being divided by a. The final result is x squared plus b over ax equals to minus c over a. After that, we are going to complete the square on the left hand side, and whatever we add on the left hand side, we're going to add it on the right hand side. Usually, to complete the square of a quadratic expression, we add half the coefficient of x and you square that. And so we have added b over 2a squared on both sides. Now, if we look at the left hand side, it's actually a perfect square in the sense that it can be expressed in the form a plus b squared. So we're just going to find the square root of x squared and the square root of b over 2a squared. And so that now we do have x plus b over 2a squared is equal to minus c over a plus b squared over 4a squared. After that, if I look at what is on the right hand side, I can actually express it as one fraction. There is a common denominator of 4a squared. And so a divides into 4a squared, 4a, times c, which is the numerator, gets us minus 4ac, while 4a squared divides into 4a squared once, times the numerator, which is b squared, we get b squared. I prefer to write b squared first because it's positive, and so I'm going to have x plus b over 2a squared is equal to b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. Now the next thing is we're going to find the square root of both sides. So the left hand side is going to be x plus b over 2a, while the right hand side is going to be plus or minus the square root of b squared in the numerator minus 4ac over the square root of 4a squared. And after that, if I look at the denominator of 4a squared, I can actually get just 2a. Now, I do have a final expression, which is really not the last one, but from the expression we have that x plus b over 2a is equal to plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Next, I'm going to move b over 2a to the right hand side. And so, I'm going to have minus b over 2a. I'm preferring to write it first, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Notice that these fractions have the same denominator, 2a. So I'm going to rewrite this expression using only 2a as the denominator. And so x is actually equal to minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And that is the quadratic formula that we were looking for. The term in brackets in the numerator is called the discriminant. We're going to see how useful that is in another video.